Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Rich from R&R Survival and 11th Hour Preppers. I just want to come on here and do a quick video about a knife that I just got yesterday. I haven't had it very long, haven't used it for anything, absolutely not yet. But you know what? There's not a lot going on with this knife, so I figured I could review it. It is the Ontario Knife Company 5.5-inch Hunter. It's their outdoor hunter version, and basically this knife is just the baby brother to this knife, which is the 7-inch Butcher. And what was going on was people are taking this knife and modding it, cutting it down, changing the handle, doing all kinds of stuff to it, taking it out in the woods for bushcraft, for survival, for camping, for things like that. And eventually Ontario was like, hey, we see what people are doing. They want a smaller knife, so they made this knife with a sheath, because people were carrying this and modding it. So it's pretty cool. This is the old Hickory model. This is the Butcher knife, the 7-inch Butcher knife, and the knife I'm reviewing is the 5.5-inch Hunter outdoor version. Now, you can see these basically, we'll do it this way, they basically look the same. They're a little bit different. The only thing different is up here, there's more of an uptick on the Butcher. In the drop, clip, there's kind of that clip out of there. I mean, this has it too, but basically what they did was they just put a swedge here. They made it smaller. It is in 1075. This is in 1095. Now, think about that. A lot of websites, they put it down as 1095, and it's not. If you go on like Knife Center, it says carbon steel. So I watched a video, 2020 SHOT Show with Knife Center, actually. David C. Anderson was talking to the Ontario representative, and he said that the outdoor version, most of the knives are made in 1075, including this one. The only one that's not 1075 is the fillet model that they have, and that's made in 420. So this is 1075, not 1095. I mean, there's not that much of a difference between 1095 and 1075. 1075 is a little bit tougher, and it'll hold an edge not as long, but whatever, dude. It's basically the same. This one's like 55 to 57 HRC. That's what Ontario says. And the Butcher is 53 to 58. It's like a huge range. So I'd say it's more around 57. I've had this knife for quite a while, and I've used it to cut meat and make jerky and stuff, and it's still not, I haven't sharpened it yet. So I'd say it's like around the 57, 58 hardness range. And this one I haven't used at all, so I can't really tell you. But these knives, you do have to take care of them. You can't just put them in your dishwasher. It's not going to work. They'll rust. So I put oil on this. I use refined mineral oil. And, after I use it, I wash it, I dry it, and I oil it, seriously. So there's hardly any patina on this knife right at this point. Not because I'm trying to avoid that, just because I don't want it to rust. So every time I use it, I clean it, I wash it, I dry it, I oil it, I put it back on the magnet board. So take care of your knives, because these will rust. You know what I'm saying? You have to watch out for that. But this knife is 5.5-inch blade. It's about 10.3 inches overall. As you can see in the difference to this one's about 11.5 inches. This has a 7-inch blade. The handles are exactly the same. If you look at them, they're literally the same exact handle. The funny thing about this knife is smaller, so it has less metal in it, obviously, than this one, because this one's much bigger. But this knife is way more comfortable. It actually feels like the handle's different, because it's so much more like comfortable for some reason. And I couldn't figure it out, and I put it next to each other, and it's definitely because of the the difference in the contents of the metal. This is obviously more metal in this knife than there is in this knife, so it's forward heavy with that belly. This one is definitely super light. Taking that couple inches off of it made it like it's really light, actually, to be honest with you, and it's very ergonomic. There's no problem. I mean, the handles are smooth. Like, even on this one, they're not rough or anything like that. And even if they are, a lot of people just sand them down. I mean, it's just hardwood. No big deal. You got an electric sander, sand it down if you don't like it, whatever. It does have the OKC Old Hickory compression rivets in there, and that's it. 2 pieces of wood, a knife, full tang, 2 compression rivets, just like in the old days. Real similar to the mountain men knives, the knives used in the fur trade. These knives have barely changed in 300-400 years. Basically the same. This is 1075. Like I said, you just got to oil. It's a good metal. It's easy to sharpen. It'll sharpen. I mean, and this came like out of the box, super sharp. So not a problem there. It's always like that. Even the other one did. So it's It's real cool. Depends on how you want to carry it. It does come with this sheath. What they did, like I said, everybody was, using these knives for all of this stuff, the 7-inch one especially, all this outdoor stuff, camping, like I said, bushcraft and all that. And the people were like, hey, you should make a smaller knife, so they made this one. And people were making their own sheaths, but the K-bar sheath actually fits this, one of the K-bar sheaths. If you buy that and you have this 7-inch one and you just happen to want to carry a bigger knife, the K-bar sheath will fit this. So check it out online, and they're like 10 bucks, seriously. This is the one, the hunting outdoor model, like I said, and this is the sheath that comes with it. Now, this sheath is not this color. This sheath is the color of basically there, inside there. So what I did was I modded this sheath. I didn't like the way the color looked. It looked kind of painted on. It didn't, I don't know, it didn't really look like stain. Like they didn't really stain the leather. It looked like they just painted some stuff on it, seriously. So, and they obviously didn't seal it. I caught that. They didn't seal it at all. So I just used 91% isopropyl alcohol on it, and I rubbed it, and it started coming off. So then I just spread it out to make it look aged. And this is what I got. I actually could have went in there and got that out too, but I thought it'd be cool if I left that so you could, leave it highlighted, so you could see that it's Ontario OKC. So I think that's pretty cool. It just looks older, more down to the natural leather, the actual real color of it. And like I said, it was, and it fits in there good, not a problem. Well, like I said, it didn't even look like stain. It looked like paint, like seriously, like you paint your walls with. It wasn't like even wood stain. It just looked really weird. So I changed it. So if you want to mod it, all you got to do is get some alcohol from Walmart. It doesn't have to be 91% or whatever. Usually it's like 70 or whatever. It just, rub it on, and you'll see it start to come off. Then take your shop rag, whatever you're using, and just keep going, and it'll like pull it down, make it look aged. So that's pretty cool. So this isn't a bad sheath. I mean, it's pretty good. It's inside here. There's some kind of an insert. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm not really sure what that is. It's not plastic. It's about 3 inches long, so it goes from about here down to like right there. So it's a few inches long. It's just so when you put your knife in there, it doesn't cut. You know what I mean? But it's some kind of I don't know. Looks like G10 or something. It's real thin. It's a piece of plastic, or G10, or FRN, or some kind of a nylon, I think is what it is. But it's pretty cool. Keeps your blade from cutting up, right when it goes in, because that's when the tip is hitting right there. So that's pretty cool. This knife is made in the United States, just like all the old hickory knives are. However, the sheath is made in China. So, whatever. I mean, it's still a pretty decent sheath. It's just there wasn't a very good job on the staining of it. So they definitely didn't seal it, and they look like they painted it. So check it out online. If you go to Ontario Knife Company and look up the outdoor series, there's a few. They have a Kephart knife that they made too. It's like the fish and game or bird and small game knife or something. But yeah, obviously you can tell it's a spear point. Looks like a Kephart knife. And all of the outdoor knives in the Ontario series have a sheath like this. And this outdoor series has been around since 2019. But like I said, you might like that color. I don't know. It's this dark color right here. I didn't really like it. I thought it looked not authentic. It looked painted on. So just like I said, get some alcohol, rub it on, rub it off. There you go. And it was tight when I got it, obviously, because it's a new knife. But just from, in and out, it's gotten looser. So it's still good, though. I mean, it's not coming out or anything. I mean, I'm not going around shaking my knife like that. But it's in there good. It's not going to fall out on you. And it does get, easier to go in and out over time. So it is pretty cool. So check it out if you get a chance. It is the Ontario Knife Company. It's the Old Hickory Outdoor Hunter 5.5. It's a lot of words. Like, what I'm saying? It's the Old Hickory Hunter. Check it out on the website, and then when you do, you can see what the sheath looks like, and you can decide if you want to like mod it or something. And like these knives are really good for a mod platform. Actually, people do a lot of stuff. They wrap it with paracord. They do stuff to the blade. They change the profile, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever. I don't, but I like to keep it as traditional as possible because that's why I got it. So yeah, check it out. Go on the Ontario website. It's the 5.5 inch Hunter. It's pretty cool.